So for our last video, I'm going to start in EndNote. We're going to look at how to get more styles than are downloaded with EndNote. If I go to the Edit menu, the Output Styles, and open Style Manager again, this is one of the easier ways to get more styles on the web. When you first download EndNote, it downloads 100 styles. Now I have more than 100 because I've been teaching this so long and I've downloaded many styles to show people how it's done. But you generally have 100 styles. And often I have found it does not include the style that students and faculty at SDSU need. So from here, if the style I need is not in this list, you can go to Get More on the web. And before I click on this, let me just point out that the styles are alphabetical by name, but alphabetical by the abbreviation of the name. You can also sort by category by clicking on this category. And then you can look at, for instance, all the biology styles or the biophysics styles. So this is another way that you can look at the citations that you already have. For now, I'm going to click on Get More on the web, and it takes you to the EndNote web page. You could also just search Google for EndNote styles, and you'll find this page. You can download all styles, but let me tell you why EndNote doesn't come with more than 6,000 bibliographic styles. They discovered a long time ago that when you have 4,000 or 5,000 styles on your computer, not only does it take up a lot of memory on your computer, it makes your computer run slower. So if you download all styles, prepare for your computer to run slower, especially when you're running EndNote, but even when you aren't running EndNote. So they don't give you all styles. Instead, if you scroll down, you can search by keyword or by type of style, or by the publisher of the style. I'm just going to search for any style with the word physical in it, and I'm going to search. And it found 41 results. If I scroll down, here are the citation styles. To get one of these, all I need to do is download it. So I'm going to just choose this one here. I'm going to download it, and it saves in this case in the downloads folder of my computer. EndNote does not know to go to the downloads folder to find new styles. So I'm actually going to either have to move this or tell EndNote to go to the downloads folder. Either one is fine. However, if you tell EndNote to go to the downloads folder and you ever clean out your downloads folder, you can lose your styles. So I'm going to show you how to figure out where to move it to. I'm going to go back to EndNote, and I'm going to close the Style Manager, and I'm going to go back to Preferences. So remember, if you're on a Mac, there's an EndNote6 whatever field over here. You're going to click on this. For Windows, we're going to click on Edit, and we're going to go to the Preferences. There is a folder locations preference. You can change this if you wish to, or you can figure out where EndNote thinks it's storing files. So this is My Documents EndNote Styles. So if I then go to my folders, and I know that I just downloaded that one to the Downloads folder, so if I can find that file in here, here we go. I can copy that, so I'm going to do Control-C to copy it, and it is supposed to be in my Documents, EndNote. There's no styles folder. So this is a common problem. EndNote says that the styles are in a place that doesn't exist. So I think I'm in the right place. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new folder here. And I'm going to name it Styles because that's what EndNote thinks it's in. I'm going to open that, and I'm going to do Control-V and paste my style in here. And now it's in Documents EndNote Styles. If I go back to EndNote, I am going to click on Cancel. I'm going to go to Edit, Output Styles, Output Style Manager, and let's see if we can find that biochemistry one here. Oops, I went too far. There's the biochemical, biophysical research. There it is. So I put it in the right place. So now, because I downloaded it, one would assume I want it, I could check it and it will show up in my drop-down boxes. There we go. So the last thing I want to tell you about is saving your library and creating a backup for your library. Your library, as I mentioned at the very beginning, should be stored on some sort of hard drive. And by hard drive, I don't necessarily mean the hard drive in your computer. If you have a portable hard drive, you can save it on that. You can also save it on a flash drive that acts in the same way that a hard drive does and shouldn't corrupt your library. So if you need your library to be movable because you use multiple computers or you share a computer with someone, a flash drive or jump drive would be a really good option for you. If you have your own laptop and that's what you pretty much always use for doing your research, just save it on your hard drive somewhere. So it could show up on your desktop or in your documents, but save it onto that hard drive. You do, however, want to keep a backup. EndNote libraries get corrupted fairly easily. You can usually regenerate them and get them back, but it's kind of a pain to do. So create a backup and then back it up fairly regularly. To make a backup, you need to make a compressed file of the library. So to do that, go to the File menu, go to Compressed Library. You can choose to create, or you can even create and email it, the document. You can choose whether or not you want the attachments, so you want the PDF files that are attached to go with that library. You can do all references. If you have selected a reference or more than one reference, you can just back up those selected references, or you can do all references in a particular group or group set. It's all up to you. I'm going to go ahead and do all the references in my library. So I'm going to click on Next, and then I need to tell my computer where to put it. I'm going to tell it to put it in the Documents folder. And if I had a cloud drive or a jump drive, I could put it on here. Now, putting your working library on the cloud drive is not a good idea. However, putting your compressed backup on the cloud is fine because you won't be opening the library from the cloud. It won't degrade your library like it would your working library. But for here, I'm just going to put it into Documents. I am going to add the word backup to the name of the file so I'm clear that this is my backup, and I'm going to click on Save, and it creates the backup easily that way. Now, almost the last thing I'm going to tell you is how to move your library. Basically, EndNote libraries come in two parts. There is a folder, or a file, there's a file called My EndNote Library, in this case My EndNote Library 2018, and there is also a folder named My EndNote Library 2018.data. You need to move both of these component parts together for the library to continue working. So if I had a flash drive, I could copy these and paste them onto the flash drive or drag and drop them onto the flash drive. And your EndNote library would move as a unit. So if you want to move your working library, all you need to do is select both components and move them together. The very last thing I want to do is to remind you how to contact me. So from the library's web page, I'm going back to the research guides, and I'm going to go down to the Health and Nutritional Sciences guide, just as a reminder that my contact information is on this guide. So if you have any questions on doing your research or on using EndNote, please feel free to contact me. There's an email and a schedule appointment link right there. There's also a phone number down here that you can reach me at. And I'd be more than happy to help you do your research or to use the EndNote program. Thank you for your time and good luck in your future research.